to embrace imperfection in the circular design of our holistic wealth. Circular economy today has become one of the most powerful transformators of the industry, but not only of the industry, but also for systemic thinking, for the use of nature principles and rhythms and laws to enhance the design of everything that we think, design, produce, and use, and bring back to the life cycle of everything, of nature, materials, of thoughts, of creativity. Holistic circular design is something that in the previous years my ecosystem has been implementing and researching on. We wanted to go beyond the materials, beyond the biological materials and production, beyond the technology. We wanted to integrate the human element into the circular design, simply because the human is the one that thinks and decides what is being produced. And by understanding the conditions for a human to learn to think circular, to become able to design circularity projects, circularity-driven projects, organizations, or products, to be able to behave according to circularity principles. There is a whole human transformation that needs to happen, not only in the way of thinking, creating, making decisions, but also in the way we make choices and we behave. So circular design has many holistic implications in the life of human beings in society. And today I want to share with you more about that, about the algorithms that we can use to enhance our circular design holistically, and how can we embrace imperfection in circular design and in holistic wealth generation. Let's start with the story of a tree. You start with a seed that grows, becomes a little sprout, and keep on growing until it becomes a little tree and a younger tree to become a mature tree able to produce flowers and fruits that will come one more time to the soil. This life cycle of creativity is the same cycle we use for business, for everything in life, because life for humans is also an organic experience, a cycle of a process, from birth to maturity, to death, to reintegration in nature. And in that cycle, something very wonderful happens. Before the seed sprouts, it brings all the nutrients together to power up the core principle of the seed that will bring the DNA, through the DNA of the tree, a wonderful tree. But in the process of decaying, when the tree dies, and reintegrates to the soil, all those materials come back to the soil to be reused. This is a wonderful process. Nothing is wasted. In the same way, we can think about human beings. For example, for creativity, how many sets of abilities, skills, or knowledge did you acquire in your whole life? And what have you been done with them? It is important for you to realize that there is a lot more than your field of specialization. You can learn many more things and for interest, recreation, but actually make out of anything that you learn a skill, a value that you can use to contribute to society, not only for your own self-satisfaction. If you do so, how can you embrace imperfection? Certainly, you are thinking that when you are learning in an academic institution or working with a specific set of skills, knowledge, or tools, you You become specialized and an expert, which is very important. And at the same time, there are some skills, some activities, tools that probably you have used very little, but still you know from experience. So how can you embrace the imperfection of your abilities and still integrate them in the circular design of your life? The whole idea here is to unleash the full potential, to release trapped value. Value that eventually, because the 8 hours you have in working shifts, you have not been able to use at all because you're not requested to use it. But if you spend 20 minutes per day training those additional skills, within 1 year, you will have another value to deliver to society. That would be a wonderful thing to do, but first you need to identify all these set of skills. And the whole idea here is to first spot the trapped value, the hidden value that you have not been using, that you are not recognizing yet, that you are not giving value to, and reintegrate you to your own economy. The same idea can be applied to time. For the practice of fractal time at the Matrix ecosystem, we are first given the duty, the assignment to all our members, not only to spot time eaters and time enhancers, or understand that time management is not about putting setting activities, listing activities in a sequence along the day. We need to also identify all of those moments in the day in which we are losing time, in which we are not using the time efficiently or productively. And it doesn't mean always that we need to work in a product that has economic value, but we can work indirectly in an activity that will enhance our performance and at the end enhance our ability to deliver value. For example, work-life balance, for example, creativity, for example, brain performance enhancement. So the way we can spot those moments in the day that can give us value is very important. We use a very special method to do this. It's a data-driven methodology that helps us, quantify and identify patterns of behavior in time. But the most important thing here is that through the training, we learn to utilize 5, 10, or 20 minutes to complete tasks. Therefore, we can structure them in time in a more efficient way. This training is important because it helps you to focus, to align a lot more activities and sprints along the day, for which you need certain training. But the first step is you need to first decide that you want to improve your time management using a number of methods and knowledge. And this is how the circular management of your time starts. Certainly, there is no perfection in it, and mostly because there are many barriers that are internal and individual that may hinder your ability to improve your time management. Now, if we consider that every little moment of your time, whatever you do there, depends on a conscious decision or a subconscious allowing that certain pattern of activities keep on going, then through the exercise of your consciousness and practice, you can improve or enhance or enable another chance, the possibility for you to change your behavior, to change the outcome of your day. This is also a great gift. In this way, there are many other events that you can enhance through a circular design, a circular thinking. How to liberate trapped value, how to reuse something that you have produced, how to use the time for 3 or 4 or 5 elements, how to create a space of productivity that delivers for more than one stakeholder. Systemic design, circular design, holistic design, all of that is integrated to the understanding of holistic wealth. Everything in nature happens with spirals, with circles. Water moves in spirals, fire, wind, the stars, the DNA, even the earth moves with spirals. So can do also our thinking, our way of communicating, our way of creating and producing. The idea of a circle that repeats itself eternally, it's really close to the pragmatic way in which nature sustains and hence revitalizes life itself. This is very important to understand that the learning process that we have in life brings us ups and downs, left and right, brings us through journeys that are always different. And along the journey, we learn, we evolve, and we perfect the perfection. Which means that whatever we have thought today we are experts about is meant to change tomorrow. So the achievements of today are only one milestone in an endless process of progress and development, where there is always space for improvement. Considering that idea, imperfection is something to embrace and to look for. The ability to explore your potential, your ability, your capacity in uncharted territories, in spaces in which you have not tested yourself yet. The possibility to find the edge of your capacity, of your potential, is actually a blessing. Because in that process, you can strengthen yourself, increase your knowledge and set of skills to start a next cycle of development in which perfection will be closer, yet not being achieved or attained, because the possibility of growth and development is endless. By understanding this principle of life, we can bring in joy and celebration to the process of learning, self-satisfaction, feeling more grounded, and more relaxed to the idea that eventually we may do a mistake, we may fall in error, we may fail in our intentions and our plans, which is a wonderful thing. Knowing today, after hundreds of years of science, to understand properly the scientific methods, we need to understand that failing is part of the process, a necessary part of the process, and does not indicate that the scientist, the researcher, the creator has failed. On the contrary, has found an edge from which it's possible to grow and learn even more, learn even further. And this is the blessing of imperfection, that we can spot an opportunity for endless growing. with you in the previous videos about holistic wealth, the 9 streams of value. Now you can consider that for each stream of value it's possible to design a circular process of learning and growing. How can you do this? I will be so glad to bring you by how. There is a workbook with some guidance I would like to give to you and initiate you in the journey of circular self-transformation so that you can revitalize your life, revitalize your learning process, and bring yourself forward using nature principles in your own self-transformation process. Personal transformation, business, professional, relationships, family. In every space of human life is a space for circular design and circular improvement and transformation. So a free coaching session is what you can receive from me to initiate you in the journey and a free e-workbook. The only thing you need to do is to send me a private message, sending a text saying challenge accepted. And I will be happy to schedule with you this session. There are so many tools and algorithms and a roadmap I can show you so that you can initiate this journey to circular self-transformation. How long it takes for you to achieve the ultimate outcome of that circular design is looking for, to have a circular life, a circular process of development? Well, it depends. It depends on your ability to learn, to allow change, to be honest with yourself, to learn to observe your way of thinking, behaving, and making decisions, to quantify, to measure. So if you like design, system designs, and if you like to improve yourself, if you like self-knowledge, this is certainly a path for you. Some years ago, in the process of research for holistic circular design, I came to the design of an algorithm that can help us measure how long it will take for a community, a team, a family, a location, a value chain, eventually a planet to shift into circular design based on the ability of the individuals to do that personal circular transformation. I will be so happy to share with you details about this algorithm because the principles in it will help you identify in which areas of your life you can do improvements, in which areas of your design you can identify weak spots or dependencies related to the human factor, to the culture, to the community, to the way of thinking and behavior, so that you can improve the design of your circular product, circular company, so that you can understand that the human factor is so as important as the materials in the success of circular design, of a holistic circular economy, which brings us back to nature, bring us back to the ancient ways cultures, tribes, and civilizations they behave. For example, in the tribes in the rainforest, all the materials will be reused until it cannot be used anymore, and eventually naturally composted by the forest. But the same happened in old towns, and in some cultures, like in Japan, a broken vase could be repaired with a valuable gem and some materials and increase its value because it has history and experience. This mindset of a long-term journey of many spirals is something that today worldwide we need to improve. There is nothing broken but experience and lessons. There is nothing damaged by the opportunity to grow, to learn and stand up. To fail, to fall is only an opportunity to grow stronger and do it as many times as necessary because progress is guided by our ability to stand any heat, any experience, any challenge that life gives us and continue moving forward. So I'm looking forward to hear from you, to listen to your story and to create a roadmap for you to initiate or upgrade your circular personal transformation in business or your circular design skills. Let's embrace imperfection.